Good evening, and welcome to 7 Minutes. There have been many important theorists that have paved the way for modern-day nursing and the evolution of patient-centered care and evidence-based practice. One of the most influential theorists relative to modern-day nursing care is Dorthea Orem. We were fortunate to have Ms. Orem speak with our own Barbara Burgundy to help explain her theory.
Mrs. Orem, thank you so much for being a part of 7 Minutes. I know our viewers are very eager to learn about your theory of nursing and how it is so important in today's daily nursing practice.
Thank you so much for having me, Ms. Burgundy. I am really happy to be here to tell you about my theory. I developed it in 1971. The focus of this theory is to focus on each individual's ability to perform self-care, defined as the practice of activities that individuals initiate and perform on their own behalf in maintaining life, health, and well-being. It is called the self-care deficit theory. It is composed of 3 parts: theory of self-care, theory of self-care deficit, and theory of the nursing system.
Okay, sounds very intriguing. Would you mind telling us a bit about this theory and how you developed it?
Of course. On the most basic level, my theory explains how nurses should intervene to help maintain a patient's autonomy in their self-care process. It was meant to develop a holistic approach to nursing care that nurses now take towards patient care.
Can you begin by telling us more about the theory of self-care?
This theory focuses on the performance or practice of activities that individuals initiate and perform on their own behalf to maintain life, health, and well-being.
Let's go now to General Hospital where we have our roving reporter to see how your theory is being applied in real life today. Sarah, what have you got for us?
I am here at General Hospital with patient and nurse not a nurse, and we're going to watch the nurse apply the theory of self-care.
Hey nurse, I'm going to the bathroom now.
No, you are not. I don't have time to take you. You're going to have to use the bedpan.
But my fall risk is 2. I don't need your help or a bedpan. I have 2 good legs. Come on.
I don't want to have to worry about you falling. Just use the bedpan.
Nurse Orem, is this what you meant?
No, not at all. This is the opposite of what the theory intends. That nurse should allow him to do what he is able to do to help his independence associated with elimination.
Well, that was a fail. Let me see if the theory of self-care deficit can be demonstrated a bit more accurately. Why would a person have this type of self-care deficit?
Well, Barbara, it could be the result of physical or mental impairment related to recovery from an illness or surgery, could be depression or age-related mobility issues. Nurses play a very important part in addressing these deficits through assessment and intervention, 2 critical parts of the nursing process that students learn about in nursing school.
How can the nurse demonstrate this theory?
The nurse should help the patient by acting for and doing for others, guiding and supporting one another, providing an environment that promotes personal development in relation to meet future demands, and teaching one another.
That is just beautiful. Sarah, what do you have for us?
Let's see if this demonstration of self-care deficit will be more accurate.
Hey nurse, can you please help me get dressed? I really can't get a grip.
Why are you always asking for help? You should know how to do this by now. We've helped you 1,000 times. You are supposed to be able to do this by yourself before you can go home, so you might as well get used to it.
But, I can't. Come on.
Nurse Orem, is this what you meant?
Absolutely not. In the spirit of the theory, that nurse should be assisting the patient and using a well-thought-out care plan to assist him with this basic and essential daily need of getting dressed. She is not being supportive at any level.
Whoa, sorry about that little mishap in coverage. If that nurse does not step up her game soon, she is surely bound to be fired.
You are right. I simply cannot believe she is only thinking about herself. What a shame. She is more concerned about herself than the care of her patient.
Hang on, it seems like there's some breaking developments coming from General Hospital. Let's see what's happening. I am truly sorry for what I have done to you and how I blew you off earlier. That's not how a professional nurse behaves, and it would be a disgrace to my fellow nurses.
Yeah, can you please help me get dressed now?
It's part of my job, and from now on, I will do the best for my patients to reach the most adequate level of activity that they can in order to achieve and gain more self care independence.
Awesome. Sounds like a plan. Thank you so much for the apology, but for now, let's just get this shirt on.
Wow, what a turnaround for Nurse Not a Nurse. Miss Orem, isn't this what you would expect to be exemplified in your theory?
Absolutely, Francis. Nurse Not a Nurse seems to have a better understanding and is implementing exactly what I intended in my theory, helping those with a self care deficit to get a more independent phase in their healing process. I wish both patient, Nurse Not a Nurse, and her future patients the best of luck in the future, especially in caring for her future patients.
Time we have left for today. We will see you next Monday morning. Before we sign off, I want to thank Mrs. Orem for being part of our show. It has truly been an honor. And thank you to our reporter, Frances Corningstone, and the fine people at General Hospital. Stay classy, nursing students. I'm Barbara Burgundy.